Hello and welcome to another episode of Squirtified Engineering. I'm Sprutis, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with all my different projects. In today's episode, I think we will be moving on to the next paint in the painting queue. So that will be the black. I think it's some sort of metallic. So I will be using that on the hubs and on the power steering pump. And the worst case now is that I need to sandblast something a little just to finish it up. Otherwise it's just a matter of cleaning, removing masking tape from the hubs, and then some painting. So, and also I need to move these to the sides. These will be painted. I will do touch up on these and the brake shields when I do the fourth spindle hub. So now you know. So here we have the power steering pieces, the power steering pump pieces that I want to paint. So also this one, and then these are for the front spindle hubs, and then over there we have the spindle hubs. But the only thing I need to do, hopefully, is I want to take down these edges. So I will do that with the angle grinder, just to make it a bit nicer, in my opinion. And then we can do some cleaning and finally painting. So that's good. So here we have one of the hubs with masking tape removed, and before we paint this area with the Foliatech paint, I want to install the new studs. So I will be using this so that we can push on something. So this will be on the other side, and then I will be pushing down. So let's go and do that. So the spindle, the hubs, they are now populated with these nice ARP wheel studs. So I can now start cleaning and then get to painting. And the power steering pump housing, I saw some surface rust coming out, so I clean them off with the wire brush, and this is how the bracket came out. Not pretty, but I think it's better than before. And I also took down some odd edges on these cups. So almost ready to paint. So I'm actually already at home now, but this is not the end of the episode, because I will do some painting in this episode. But like usual, I had to run and collect some packages before the postal office, or the store acting as a postal office, closed. So you have more things to watch in another episode, as well as a status update. But I just wanted to reflect a bit on the pressing in of the wheel studs. Initially it felt like the wheel studs were too thick. The diameter of the splined part was too big, but I did a small test before I started to run the camera, and it seemed to go well. So that's why there was one stud already pressed in when I started to film it. And it was a bit tricky getting the right pipe underneath in order to have the correct clearance, and so on and so on. So some threads did lose a bit of paint, but nothing major. So I don't think there will be a problem using them. It all went good in the end, but if I were to recommend something for someone who's about to do this, then get a pipe that's of the correct length and a bit thicker in material, so that you lower the tension on the edge of the pipe. Also, that will make it easier to balance it. And then yeah, just go careful after that. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on to the next day or whatever, when we do some painting and get some color on the things. So jump.